Oh my goodness, if people only knew this. But so many don't. Oh, I don't need her. She's not important. Why do you pay so much attention to her? Because Jesus did. You know what Therese and Maximilian Kolbe say? Don't be afraid of loving her too much because you're never going to love her more than Jesus does. It's logic. Right? Again, I'm not God, but I'm a dude. I got a mom, right? If you came up to me and you said to me, Father, you know, your mom is amazing. She's such a beautiful lady. Would you mind if I gave her some roses? Would you mind if I wrote this little song to your mom? Would you mind if I sang it? I'd be a weird son if I said, how rude! I'm so offended. What horrible son would I be, right? I'm not upset by that. Matter of fact, you know what? You would so move my heart, my human heart, that I would be like, wow, thank you so much. Is there anything I can do for you? See, if let's just say you were on my bus, those who honor my mother, why don't you come up to the front? Okay? I may let the other ones on, but you're going to be in the back. It's going to be a bumpy ride. Okay? But if you honor my mother, I'm going to give you everything within my power to give you. Do you not think that Jesus wouldn't do this? Of course he would. He's not offended. No way, no how.
If you're enjoying this video, please like, share, and subscribe.
But if you live consecrated to Our Lady, if you live under her mantle, you're safe. Doesn't mean you're not going to have trials and you're going to fall flat on your face. That's going to happen. But you're going to be protected. She will be there with you. Trust me, I know. You heard my little litany of getting kicked out of a foreign country, drugs, rehabs, and all that craziness. I would be such a dead man right now were it not for the Blessed Virgin Mary. I should be toast right now and in a lake of fire because of my life. But because of that sweet woman, I now know Jesus Christ. I now got one of these strapped around my neck, and on my own free will made vows of poverty, chastity, and obedience. I would have never done this had I not this beautiful woman before my eyes. Because every man has to fight for a beauty. I'm not here primarily to fight for an institution. I don't fight for Walmart, right? Please. You fight for beauty, and you go and you slay dragons for that beauty. See, that's what we as all Catholics we're supposed to be doing. And Our Lady will bring that dimension into your life. You know, we can't have any of this without Our Lady. Think about that. I mean, did you ever really sit down and think about that? Jesus is not a phantasm. He's not a robot. He didn't just appear. He chose to come to us through that woman. He could have done it in a million other ways. No doubt about that. But he didn't. Jesus made his own mother. What would I do if I were God and had all power, all knowledge, all ability to make my own mother? Oh, I would make her a masterpiece. I would make a flawless model of maternity, of femininity. So amazingly beautiful, there would be no other creature like her. I would do this for my mom because I had the power to do it. You know, if I had this enemy called Satan, Lucifer, the devil, and I was going to make my own mother, why would I, if I were God, leave any kind of stain in her? Why would I do that? You know what I would do? Let me think of a word. What would I create my mother? Oh, yeah. Immaculate. Flawless. Absolutely, ravishingly beautiful on every level is what I would do. It would make my enemy so mad because he would probably hope that I would, maybe come into the world through a creature, but she'd still be a sinner. Oh no, not my mother. Because I'm making my own mom. Flawless, immaculate, perfect. As a matter of fact, you know what I would do? I would write a book as God, a big one. I'd call the first chapter, Genesis. I'd call the last one Revelation, like apocalyptic stuff, dragons and stuff. And in that book, you know what I'd talk about? I would talk about my mom's delicate little female foot crushing Satan's ugly face. I'd do that. I really would, if I were God. If I had made my own mother, I would want everyone to call her mother. And I'd find a way to do it. I would probably do something crazy, like be half naked, a little elevated, and I would say to people, behold, your mother. And if you didn't get what I said, well, you got problems, okay? If there's any ambiguity or if that's not clear to you, I'm not sure this is working right? How much more clear do I need to be? So when I was in seminary, one of my brother priests came to me with an article. So he's like, did you read this? And I'm like, what is it? So he says, you got to check this out. So I started reading it, and I'm like, whoa, holy moly. I'm like, what the heck is this? It was just a secular, pure scientific thing, but it talked about this thing called, here's the word, fetal microchimerism. Some scientists in different universities around the world had discovered this on just a secular level. They were doing studies on women, but they discovered that it was the cells of their children, living cells, still in her body. And you know, the studies are still being done because they found that women still, in their old age, still have cells of their children alive in their bodies. There's a cellular exchange that took place between Mary and her son. So when the angel came to her and said, "Hail, full of grace, the Lord is with thee." Yeah, right. For the next 9 months for sure. But even after he enters into the world, he still remains in her body on a cellular level. Our Lady is a walking, living tabernacle, a monstrance. Whose cells are those again in the body of Mary? Oh yeah, God. When Our Lady comes upon the scene, she never comes alone. Wise men still find him with his mother. Yeah, that's brilliant theology, my friends. See, when those wise men and shepherds came to that cave, they found Jesus in the arms of Mary. And you know what they didn't do? They didn't say, "Who are you, woman? You're insignificant. Step aside." That's called kidnapping. Bad. And if you kidnap that baby, that's not an ordinary baby. That's the God baby, okay? If you want that baby, you got to humble yourself. And you got to ask Mary, "Can I hold him? Can I smother him with kisses? Can I put my lips into his little baby divine fat belly?" See, this baby loves you so much, he was born to be consumed by you. We love babies, right? When we see a baby, we all get silly. "I'm going to eat you up. Yum, 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 I'm going to eat you up." We don't eat babies. That's a problem. That would be a serious issue. But this one was born to be consumed. Mary's baby, Mama Mary's baby, born for you to give you eternal life. So you keep praying those rosaries. Don't you think you can walk away from Mary and do this. You can't. If you struggle with it, pray about it. If you struggle with the rosary, pray a decade a day. Build up the strength to get to the whole thing. But don't walk away from this masterpiece of maternity, because God made her for you. God made the most beautiful little girl, and he is so protective of her. If you mess with her, shh, Papa's locked and loaded, okay? It is not going to go well for you, okay? He demands that she is the most painted woman in the history of the world. And it's true. You can crank out your Mona Lisas and your so-and-sos, but they got nothing on the Madonna, the most painted woman in the history of the world. People, artists, if you go to Europe and you go to the museums, you'll see pictures of pears and whatnot. That's nice. But everybody who wants to be a true classical artist has to at least attempt a Madonna and Child. Really? Everybody knew this in days of old. Now we've forgotten it, and people drop a pencil on the floor and call it art. It's crazy. Only those who know that they have a spiritual mother go to frequent confession. Ask a random Catholic on the street. "Excuse me, sir, you're Catholic? Cool. Do you go to confession? Oh, you don't? Do you have a relationship with Mary? Oh, you don't. Interesting. I wonder if there's a correlation." You betcha there's a correlation. Those who have a devout, pious relationship with their spiritual mother will know where they can go to get a free spiritual diaper change. Really? This ain't rocket science. It ain't hard to figure out. When you stray from Our Lady, you'll start thinking crazy things like, "Yeah, I don't need to go and confess to some dude. I could just go directly to Jesus." Oh, you think you can, huh? Oh, sure you can. But you got no guarantee, no covenantal language of "I absolve you through my bride." See, this is my house. This is what God says to us. Confession isn't always easy. That's for sure. Trust me. When there's a Nigerian priest in town, I hit him up. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, "Sweet, you're here for a mission? All right, dude, you got time for a confession? Because I'm going to dump some stuff on you, homie. All right? You don't understand much English? Perfect." I get it. I totally get it, right? God bless you, my friends. Thank you so much.